I think it's interesting to know the secret parts of someone's job, all the bits behind the scenes that you don't see going on. So today I'm making this video to provide a little insight into my job. I'm a ballet, Pilates and dance teacher, and I've been running a dance school and a performing arts church for 24 years. So when I'm teaching our younger students, we'll often play a game of tricky questions. The front line in the class is usually made up of those who are working towards an exam. So I'll give each dancer a tricky question depending on their grade or what we're working on that day, and it's usually just a really fun time and they enjoy getting to show off their knowledge in class. Today, we're turning the tables and it's my turn to get the tricky questions. I've asked all the dancers that I teach of different ages what they would like to know about the job that I do, and I have a really massive, long, imaginative and thoughtful list. So I have picked out a few to answer for you today. Okay, so I've picked some questions that I think hopefully you're going to find the answers interesting. So here we go. Question 1. Did you always want to be a dance teacher, and what inspired you to become a dance teacher? So I'll be completely truthful and say that no, I did not always want to be a dance teacher. And in fact, I never entertained the idea until I passed my teaching qualification with the ISTD. That is the Imperial Society of Teachers of Dancing. And it gave me such a buzz when I passed that exam that I thought that I would just take that qualification and see what I could do with it. So back when I was at secondary school, we had to fill out these questionnaires that told you what kind of career that you might be suited to. And we had to do it a few times, and every time mine would come back with teacher, author, or performer. And I used to get a bit annoyed about the teacher part because I couldn't quite see it. But with hindsight, I think that it was always there. So when I was at middle school, that's about age 11, 10, 11, 12, I used to be really into writing plays, and I used to make my friends audition for parts, and we would rehearse it up in the playground. And I remember one play in particular, we performed it in school assembly. I asked my dad if he would transform my bedroom into a studio, and he said no. I did not enjoy secondary school at all, so all of this kind of stuff went on the back burner for a while, and I just got on with my dance training. While I was in teacher training, I was asked to cover a class that had students that crossed 3 different grades in it. So I was told to prepare different things for each of these 3 groups, but within the same class. So I was really excited about the challenge, and I really got a lot out of preparing for and delivering that class. Around the same time, I was gaining some teaching experience working at a school that was outside of my area, and the teacher asked me to make up a specific exercise for her class. So I did, and while I was teaching it to them, I could hear her mutter from the corner, "Oh, that's good." And I turned and I thought, oh, I realised that I was actually quite good at this, and it gave me such a buzz, and I just wanted to do it more and more. I just went ahead and found an area in the town which I lived where there weren't any other dance schools, and I just set off, and here we are 24 years later. The other ambitions and interests that I haven't gone away, and I have been able to incorporate them within the school over the years. So who knows what the future holds. So question 2, out of all the dance shows we have done, which is your favourite? I think a lot of people that know me will be able to guess this one. It is Love Letters, hands down every time. It's going to sound strange, but I have always been fascinated by the World Wars. And in 2014, I decided to put on a whole school performance to commemorate 100 years since World War I. As soon as I had the idea, I just found myself completely immersed in research for it. And I wrote this play about a teenager that finds these letters in her great-great-grandfather's attic. And they're letters that he wrote when he was away fighting during the war to his wife, his mother, his daughter. And I wove the dances in and around the reading of these letters and just followed the different paths that they took. I think the other teachers who worked with me on Love Letters and all the performers, I think we just all felt really connected with the strong emotive content. I knew at the time that it was a very special inspiration, and I don't think you can get that on every single project that you work on. So question 3. Do you ever get emotional watching your choreography and your students when a big showpiece comes together? That is not a simple question to answer. I can obviously only answer for me and not for all dance teachers who may have a completely different viewpoint and answer to that. Generally, I'm not super emotional anyway. But when I'm right in there actually putting the thing onto the stage, it's accompanied by quite a lot of stress and intense concentration about getting it right. But actually, now I'm really thinking about it, I think it's more the rehearsal times for me. It's probably more the moments here in the studio when the students really connect with the idea and really get what you're trying to portray, and it works. I think those are probably the goosebump moments for me. But yes, it is emotional seeing it all come together. It is an amazing feeling. Although I would have to admit that there is always that, oh, if I just had one more rehearsal thought as well. Okay, so last question today. Who is your favourite student at the school? Okay, so who doesn't want to ask this question of every teacher that they've ever had? And if we think back to growing up, you're always sure that your teachers do have their favourites, especially in something competitive like dancing, and maybe they do. So for me, my favourites are the ones who really want to do it. Those who aren't afraid to try, or those who are afraid but do it anyway. And those who don't have confidence but will let me help them try to find it. I love those who want to dance but there's difficulties or it doesn't come naturally to them, but they just really want to do it. I have so much time for people like that. Okay, so how to be a favourite for a dance teacher? Work. Want something and work for it. And I'll be right there with you. I love passion, I love determination, and if I see those qualities in someone, then those are definitely my favourites. So I hope you've enjoyed this fun video today. If you have any comments, or actually if you've got any questions for me to answer in a future video, then please write in the comments below and I'll see what I can do.
What can you see?